And let's first get you all the latest updates from Puducherry. A lot of dramatic developments that have happened through last evening. There's trouble for Congress, particularly in Puducherry, after a second MLA resigned in a matter of 2 days from the party. The Congress has now slipped into a minority after losing 5 MLAs following the resignation of 4 and the disqualification of one of its MLAs. BJP claims that MLA Mandir, who resigned yesterday, will join them. The V. Narayanaswamy government is now left with 14 seats. Congress has 10. Its ally DMK has 3 MLAs and has the support of 1 independent MLA. The opposition, including the BJP, AIADMK and the AINRC, also have 14 seats. The current effective strength of the House is 28. Amid the crisis, another big update that came in is of Puducherry Lieutenant Governor Kiran Bedi being removed. Telangana Governor Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan has replaced her temporarily. She's been given the additional charge of Puducherry. Sources say that Bedi's removal is being considered as a poll strategy, as Congress was planning for a huge campaign blaming Kiran Bedi for curtailing development projects for the Union Territory. Remember also, importantly, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi will be visiting Puducherry today amid that massive crisis within his party in the Union Territory.
The people of Puducherry got victory by removal of Dr. Kiran Bedi because she was stopping welfare schemes. She was ignoring the elected government. She was interfering in the day-to-day administration. She was running a parallel government, and she was also giving direction directly to the officers, which is unheard of in the history of any country. The lieutenant governor and the governors are acting against the constitution and the rule of law.
Don't you think why the central government is took almost 4.5 years to actually remove her from power?
No, because she was acting as an agent of BJP government. And she was doing whatever the BJP leaders in Puducherry said. She was ignoring the people of Puducherry. She was totally sidelined the elected representatives. And she has no respect for the elected government. And she was behaving in an unconstitutional manner. The people of Puducherry have been watching it. And they have been supporting our move for removal of Dr. Kiran Bedi.
Opposition leader says that you do not have majority. How exactly is the number standing currently, sir?
No, see, it is not only the number, but I told you very clearly that we have got majority. We will do everything according to the constitution. It is the job of the opposition to blame the government, and they have been doing it. Because, BJP's game plan of poaching MLAs is the habit. They did it in several states. Now they are trying in Puducherry.
You're saying your MLAs were poached. 4 MLAs of yours were poached.
No, it is not. I'm not telling them they've been poached. I've been telling that these MLAs, some of them have gone there. Now they realize that they committed a blunder.
Have they spoken to you yet about this blunder? Are they ready to come back?
No. I say I'm not going to say anything else that because they have been sidelined in their party.
And let me take this across to Pramod Madhav. He's joining us live this morning from Puducherry. Pramod, a lot of dramatic developments that have happened in the last 12 hours in the Union Territory. I want to focus first on the replacement of Lieutenant Governor Kiran Bedi by Tamilisai Soundararajan. What is the speculation on the ground? What has triggered this sudden move? Because it most definitely wasn't something that was expected.
Well, Tamilisai Soundararajan is holding the post of the governor at Telangana, and now she's been given as additional charge of Puducherry as well. But the interesting factor here is that certain leaders from BJP Tamil Nadu have also welcomed it. In fact, Khushbu Sundar, who's also a spokesperson of BJP, on Twitter, she has welcomed Tamilisai Soundararajan, and Namachivayam, one of the MLAs and ministers from this government who recently resigned and shifted parties, he has also said that Tamilisai Soundararajan knows the language, and it is a good they are appreciating her being appointed this way. So it definitely raises speculation whether does it have anything to do with the 2021 elections, because imagine if they had given the additional charge to Tamil Nadu governor, which is Banwarilal Purohit, or a lot of logistical issues could be easily taken care of. But it looks like they want to go ahead and give it to Tamilisai Soundararajan, who already when it comes to Tamil Nadu, she was the state BJP president for a certain amount of period, and she had good rapport with them too.
And focusing on, what's happening as far as the political updates in Puducherry is concerned, the fact that the Lieutenant Governor has been replaced at a time, Pramod, that we're seeing also a lot of instability for the Congress. We could be seeing very soon the government being dissolved there, and all of this in the run-up to elections.
Well, absolutely. One of the social welfare ministers from the current government called Kandasamy yesterday gave an interview saying that the chief minister and others are discussing about dissolving the government as well. This was the update around 2 p.m. But however, something changed when the meeting and when Ramaswamy came out. He very clearly mentioned that he still has a majority, but he did not give it directly as a word. But he said that he will follow all the rules of the constitution and he will make sure that he will not dissolve the government. Which means perhaps Narayanaswamy is actually banking on that one vote that the speaker holds when the assembly has equal votes for the opposition and the current government for during a vote of confidence. The last rule would be that one vote for the speaker could also be included. Maybe that's the thing he's betting on. But for now, he didn't even say that openly, only stated that he's not dissolving the government and he will actually act according to the constitution. But not sure that whether if he's waiting for Rahul Gandhi's visit to get over with, because it might turn into a huge embarrassment. Imagine their national leader coming to Puducherry and before that they had to dissolve the government.
Is there going to be a discussion on that, Pramod, when Rahul Gandhi is there? Is there going to be a discussion perhaps on the strategy and how the Congress is going to come out of this crisis? Because while Narayanaswamy is putting on a brave face, the numbers definitely don't seem to be in his favor right now.
Well, yesterday's resignation by John Kumar, one of the MLAs, was something that apparently Narayanaswamy government did not even think about. So what has occurred is that today's Rahul Gandhi's event, he has 3 major events in Puducherry. One with he's having a meeting with the fishermen community, the other one at a college, and the third one is a public rally. It's completely jam-packed. For now, there is no word about any specific meeting on the matter, but it looks like Narayanaswamy has given the word that he's a veteran leader who can take care of issues, and they're only trying to concentrate on the complete Rahul Gandhi's event today, post which he's also, we heard that he's also going back to Bengaluru.
All right, Pramod, thank you for those details. We'll keep coming to you. A lot of developments that have happened in Puducherry. The Lieutenant Governor Kiran Bedi being replaced by Tamilisai Soundararajan, also at a time when V. Narayanaswamy could be facing the dissolution of his government with his numbers dwindling down. We'll be getting you the latest through the day on that story. Let's move on to another story we're tracking from Karnataka. After H.D. Kumaraswamy questioned the Ram Mandir donation drive, you've got Karnataka's leader of opposition, Siddaramaiah, wading into this entire controversy. Siddaramaiah refused to donate money for the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya because he claimed that it will be built on disputed land. Siddaramaiah also said that the matter may have been settled in court, but a controversy still lingers around it. He said that while he would be willing to donate to any Ram Mandir, but not the one in Ayodhya. Fuming over the remarks, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad said that volunteers don't demand money from people, and the former chief minister did not check facts before commenting. His remarks came just days after H.D. Kumaraswamy said that RSS is marking homes which haven't contributed for the Mandir and accused them of adopting Nazi policies in India.
ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಬೇರೆ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ದುಡ್ಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದೆ. ಸರಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡೋಣ ದುಡ್ಡು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡ, ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ
it is settled by Supreme Court. It is not disputed.
It is settled by Supreme Court or not still. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ರವರ್ಸಿಗಳು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಅದೇನು ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ದುಡ್ಡು? ನಮ್ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರ ತಪ್ಪು? ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ
ಸರ್, ಜನ್ಮಭೂಮಿ ಅಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳದ್ದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
ನಮ್ಮೂರ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳದ್ದು ಇದಿಲ್ವೋ? ಅದಾಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ನಿಮ್ಮೂರ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ವೋ?
ಕಟ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಡು, ಅದೇನು ಅಯೋಧ್ಯೆನೇ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕ? ನಂದೇನು ತಕರಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಟ್ಟುಗಳ್ಳಿ. ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕಟ್ಟುಗಳ್ಳಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ.
ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ರಾಮ ಮಂದಿರ ಕಟ್ಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮನೆ ಹಣ ಕೊಡದೇ ಇದ್ದಂಥವ್ರ ಮನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಕೊಟ್ಟವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ನನಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಯಾವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಹೇಳೋರು RSS ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನಾಜಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹುಟ್ಟಿತು, ಜರ್ಮನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
Let's also get you all the latest updates on the Toolkit case investigation. India Today's access the Delhi police FIR lodged in the activist Greta Thunberg Toolkit case. As per the FIR, banned outfits like Sikh for Justice and the Toolkit shared by Greta Thunberg called for coordinated protest under the garb of farmer protest on January 26th. The FIR says that there was a global conspiracy to defame India. Meanwhile, the Bombay High Court will today be passing its order on Toolkit case suspect Advocate Nikita Jacobs' anticipatory bail plea. Nikita, in her statement to the Delhi police, accepted that she had attended a Zoom call with the pro-Khalistani group. Cops have sought details from Zoom on the participants of that meeting, which happened on January 11th. This as another suspect, Shantanu Muluk, was granted a 10-day pre-arrest bail by the Bombay High Court, while another accused, Disha Ravi, who is under 5-day police custody after being arrested for allegedly creating the toolkit, was allowed by a Delhi court to speak with her family members and to meet her lawyer. Now, climate activist Disha Ravi's arrest has the nation largely divided. Activists are up in arms demanding her release, terming her arrest as an abuse of power. All this as the Delhi Commission for Women has sent across a notice to the Delhi police over alleged breach of norms in Disha's arrest. The Delhi police, however, have categorically rubbished all charges.
22-year-old climate activist Disha Ravi got some respite from the Delhi court on Tuesday. Delhi's Patiala House Court allowed her access to her lawyer for 30 minutes and family for 15 minutes a day during police custody. Despite Delhi police opposition, Disha was allowed to have copies of FIR and police remand. But her arrest has the country divided. Activists earlier claimed that Disha was arrested by Delhi police without any transit remand, even claiming that she wasn't allowed a legal counsel during her hearing in the Delhi court.
To arrest her and take her away to another state, telling her folks that she's only being taken for questionings, and then to go ahead and arrest her and keep her in custody for 5 days. These are all things that reek of abuse of power.
The Delhi Women's Panel too cited media reports and asked questions to Delhi police on alleged breach of norms in the arrest. But DCW wasn't alone in raising doubts. Several activists have deemed her arrest as abuse of power. Fellow activists came out in support of the arrested activist.
हम लोग यहाँ जो भी भाजपा के सरकार में जेल में डाला गया है, हम उसके खिलाफ यहाँ दिल्ली पुलिस के हेडक्वार्टर पे प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं और अभी हम लोग आए हैं आज दिशा रवि के साथ है, उनके साथ खड़े हैं और हम लोग चाहते हैं कि दिल्ली पुलिस जो उनको उठाई है उनको अविलंब रिहा करे।
उनके ऊपर इसलिए अटैक हुआ क्योंकि उन्होंने किसानों का साथ दिया। आज इस मोदी सरकार के लिए जो भी किसानों के लिए बोल रहा है, जो देश के लिए बोल रहा है, किसान ही हमारा देश है, मजदूर ही हमारा देश है, और जो भी उनके पक्ष में बोल रहा है उनको जेल में डाल दिया जा रहा है।
But Delhi police firmly defended its action and was also backed by the BJP government in Karnataka.
कानून ये उसमें 22 साल की उम्र का और 50 साल की उम्र में कोई उसमें डिफरेंस नहीं करती है। कोर्ट में जो मेट्रोपॉलिटन मजिस्ट्रेट है उसको गिरफ्तारी को सही मानते हुए उसको पुलिस हिरासत में 5 दिन के लिए दिया।
They had a court warrant. That's why they could. They had some information and material against. That's why they have done, and they have produced before the Delhi Metropolitan Court. Since the matter is in the court, there is nothing to comment.
With claims and counterclaims mounting, should cops do more to address the raising questions? Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's also get you the latest updates on the fight against the coronavirus pandemic. A party in Bengaluru in an apartment in the city turned hazardous for its residents as over 103 residents from the apartment located in Bomanahalli have tested positive for coronavirus after attending a party on February 6th in the complex. The Bengaluru municipal body officials say that around 45 residents had gathered for an event, after which over 100 tested positive and have now been home quarantined. The first case was detected on February 10th after a resident with COVID symptoms was tested positive. The information was then relayed to the local BBMP office. The entire apartment complex has been sanitized and disinfected. More tests are being carried out to assess the possibility of growing cases in the apartment, with 1,500 people living in the 435 flats in this complex.
Well, I'm standing in front of an apartment complex. This is the SNN Raj Lakeview. It is over here that the BBMP has found confirmed 104 COVID-19 positive cases. Now, there are some 1,500 residents living over here in 435 flats. Now, what we're told is that there was a private event that was held on the 6th of February. On the 10th of February, one of the individuals showed symptoms of COVID-19, got himself checked and found to be positive. Thereafter, the BBMP came on Sunday, that is Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, that they've had multiple tests over here. That is, residents had to undergo COVID-19 tests. About 513 underwent the test on Sunday, 600 on Monday, and about 200 to 300 today. So out of this, 104 have turned to be positive. As of now, this is not a containment zone. So the ones who have a COVID negative certificate can go about with their daily lives. The ones who are positive will have to be under home quarantine. So it's as simple as this. There are standard operating procedures in place and one needs to follow them in order to keep oneself safe and out of danger. With video journalist Madhuar, Nolan Pinto for India Today.
Worrying numbers from Maharashtra, where the COVID cases are on the rise, particularly the city of Mumbai, and Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has warned of another lockdown. Uddhav has directed senior officials to take strict action against people or organizations who flout COVID-19 guidelines. He also appealed to people to strictly follow government-mandated norms on masks and social distancing, or to be prepared to face another round of lockdown. For 7 consecutive days, the state has been reporting over 3,000 new cases, while Mumbai around 500 plus cases. Maharashtra registered 3,663 new cases of coronavirus on Tuesday. 461 of them were in Mumbai alone. This after reporting 4,092 infections on Sunday, the highest single-day tally in over a month. Mumbai Mayor Kishori Pednekar also said that it is in the hands of people to avert another COVID-induced lockdown by following rules. India Today has accessed definitive videos of the Ladakh pullback by Chinese troops. These are the first close-up images of the disengagement at Pangong. And in the visuals, you can see Chinese bulldozers destroying their own bunkers. PLA troops walking back towards their trucks and bases. Here's a report by Gaurav Samant.
Chinese troops backing up. Bunker being dismantled. Vehicles being loaded for the pullback. Soldiers marching back from their forward posts. What you're looking at is the clearest high-definition view of the Ladakh disengagement. After 10 months in a tense standoff, and after India Today broke to you the news of the momentous pullback, we now bring you the most defining, up-close, uncensored images of the Chinese army holding up its end of the retreat bargain. With the devastatingly cold winter still clinging to the bare Himalayas here in the Pangong sector, these images hold enormous significance for 2 big reasons. First off, the sector in Finger 4 in North Pangong, from where you see these troops dismantling their bunkers and moving back, is precisely the sector from where the Ladakh standoff was triggered in May last year. So things have basically come full circle to this one crucial area along with the standoff zone. Secondly, the South Pangong sectors in Chushul are where the tables were turned on China starting in August, when the Indian Army mounted a series of preemptive special forces missions to take position and hold back the Chinese. It is these moves that are widely seen to have caught China totally off guard and ensured their seriousness and sincerity at the talks table, leading to current disengagement effort.
From pillboxes to bunkers to sangars to tracks to communication equipment, all of it is being taken down. The images also show Chinese soldiers pulling back on the other side of the line of actual control. And according to top sources in the army, the A vehicles, the Chinese tanks and armored personal carriers, have now moved beyond the Moldo garrison to their locations as a confidence-building measure.
With tanks already rolling back, along with artillery guns and heavy vehicles, India is keeping a hawk's eye on the Chinese retreat, taking nothing for granted. Using advanced high-resolution cameras with excellent zoom capabilities, the army is ensuring that every step of the disengagement is happening according to the agreement, with no space for subterfuge or stealth. What these videos show is that there is no rest. The ice may be melting around the Pangong, but there's no luxury of letting our guard down, not with an adversary like China. If everything goes well, scenes like these will play out in other friction points too.
Once disengagement is over, then begins the process of de-escalation and de-induction from this area. Until that happens, top sources on ground tell India Today they are taking no chances and keeping a hawk eye on every development across the line of actual control. With cameraman Kripal Singh in Leh, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
India dominated the proceedings right through the second test. India had a century in each of the two innings and there were half centuries as well. For England, not a single batsman could score the 50-run mark as Indians showed a different skill set on the Chepauk wicket. So who were these men who made it possible?
Chennai wicket for the second test was a big gamble. It was turning square from day one itself, but Rohit Sharma saw no demons in it. While the other batsmen found the going tough, Rohit defied the odds and the English spinners with some attacking stroke play. His 161 proved to be a significant contribution considering how the pitch was behaving as India posted 329 in their first innings. On a wicket that was deteriorating every session, England were always going to struggle.
It's a big appeal, and the appeal's up for the catch.
And R. Ashwin made it worse for the visitors with his 29th 5-wicket haul to help India bundle England out for 134.
And Ashwin is too good, and he's been too good for England today again. 5 for 43.
The wicket had deteriorated further and questions were being raised on the pitch. But Virat and Ashwin once again showed it was all about skills.
To go along with the small matter of...
With India in a spot of bother, at 106 for 6, Virat scored a half-century and Ashwin unleashed one of his best test knocks.
He's done it. He has done it. Ravichandran Ashwin goes to his 5th test match 100.
A century to go with his 5-wicket haul in the first innings. And Ashwin had put India well on course to level the test series. Akshar Patel was not to be left behind and the left-arm spinner became the 6th Indian to pick a 5-wicket haul on test debut to put an end to any possible resistance from the English team.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.